guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name's Hannah B, and on today's video I will be going through my routine of how I basically stop my skin from getting oily throughout the day. It's taken me a long time to realise what sort of products I should be using on my skin, as I have very oily skin, and I know a lot of girls out there suffer with oil coming through their makeup throughout the day, and it's just so frustrating. I feel your pain basically. I really do hope you like this video. If you do, don't forget to give me a massive thumbs up, comment down below, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. Okay, so I have a few tips that I'm going to run through, and the first thing is your base. So your base is the most important thing. Before you put on any makeup, it's so important what you put on your face. So I have a few things. I have drugstore products, and I also have high-end products. So if you don't know what to use, or you haven't got the money, I will be showing you what I use and what I do to achieve a less oily look throughout the day. So the first thing is moisturiser. The two moisturisers that I use are the Nivea Oil-Free Moisturising Day Cream and the Clarins Ultra Matte Rebalancing Lotion for oily skin. These are two very different prices. This one I think comes under £5, and this one is something like £28. So as you can see, this is like the cheaper end and this is the much higher end. I love both of these for different reasons. When you're picking a moisturiser, make sure that you get a moisturiser that is oil free or is specifically for people with oily skin. And I say that because I didn't know what to use, and I've gone through a lot of moisturisers, and I would always use too thick moisturisers, and I would literally saturate my skin, and it would just cause more oil on my skin and things like that. It's really weird because this is quite this Clarins one, it's a lot thinner and it's a lot lighter on the skin, whereas this is a lot thicker, and I tend to use this when I need a bit more moisture on my skin. But yeah, as you can see, it's an oil-free moisturising day cream, and it's for oily to combination skin. It moisturises and helps regulate oil for a shine reduced complexion, which is what you want basically. And this one just mattifies your skin whenever it puts it on, and you do actually notice, like, it's a noticeable difference when you put it on. Your skin goes like matte. So yeah, definitely the first tip is to definitely choose your moisturiser well, and to use a moisturiser. Use it day and night. It's literally the best thing you could do for your skin, like, ever. Okay, so tip number 2 is primer. I use two types of primer. Yet again, one is high-end and one is drugstore brand, and I love them both, to be fair. I've used one more than the other, but I still love them just as much as each other, to be fair. I think primer is so important. Like, if you know that you're going out for a long day out and you think, I don't want to be constantly topping up my makeup or powdering my nose basically to like get rid of the oil, then primer is definitely the way to go. I never really appreciated how good it was and how much I needed it until I started using it, so really do invest in some primer. The primers that I have are the Maybelline New Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser, and this comes under £10, I believe. I think it's something like £7.99. If it isn't, I'll put the price up now. And then I also have the Professional Pore Primer by Benefit, which I freaking love, but it's something like £28. If it's not, I'll put the price up again now, sorry, but these are so good. I love them both equally, and they definitely do what they say they do. I think when you're putting this on, concentrate on your oiliest areas. Like, I get a really oily nose and I get a shiny forehead, which I don't want. Like, when it comes to the end of a night or at the end of a day, you just don't want that. So I really concentrate on those areas. I tend to, like, on the back of this one it says apply to face and blend with fingertips. I don't do that because you have excess oils on your fingers, and as long as you have clean brushes, I say use a brush instead. Personally, I just think you're putting more oil on your skin that you don't need, basically. I don't know, that's a tip. I also think once you put it on, you can also put a bit onto your beauty blender and go back over the areas that are particularly oily, like your T-zone and stuff like that. I think that really does help, especially if you need your makeup to stay on all day. I think that can be really helpful. Obviously don't cake it on, because you don't want it to be a horrible base layer for then your makeup to go over the top, but make sure that you know your oily areas basically, so that you can like apply these. The next tip is basically choose your foundation wisely. So the foundation I use, and I'm going to give you an example of like a not so good foundation. This is actually, I would say, like a high-end foundation. It comes in at, I want to say something like £23. I think it's £23. If it's not, I will put a price down below now. But that, anyway, it's the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Longwear Liquid Foundation. It's a full coverage, matte finish and oil free. This is like the perfect thing for any girl to use if they have oily skin. This has really helped me. I originally did use this, which is the No. 7 Beautifully Matte Foundation, and it's oil free as well. It did help me at the time, but it nowhere near is as good as this. This one is £15 from Boots, and if you want, you can get this one, because I think, yeah, as long as you have the right moisturizer and primer, and then I'll go into the rest later. I do think that this does work. It's just, it didn't work as well for me as this did. I definitely think this is a lot better. It doesn't make my skin really shiny or anything like that, unless I want it to, because obviously highlight. Also, another tip is to always wash your makeup brushes and drop your foundation on the floor. No, and to always wash your like beauty blenders and things like that. I've never, this sounds so skanky, I would always think I don't have the time to wash them, like, because I have about 500 million brushes, and I'd always not put the time in to washing my brushes, and I just think that's bad. It also creates more oil on the skin, and it can then create blackouts. No, it doesn't create blackouts, it creates breakouts, and can make your skin really bad basically. So always wash all your brushes and your sponges and anything else you use that you put on your face. Definitely think that's a top tip. Okay, the next thing I want to go into is translucent or loose setting powder. I love this stuff so much. This is the Laura Mercier loose setting powder, and it's in the colour translucent. I don't know what I did before I found this. This is my holy grail. This is the one thing that I don't think I could live without, except for foundation. I believe that this is the reason why I don't get oily skin anymore. I really do think that this is a great product. I have used other translucent powders and they just haven't compared at all. They've made my skin go all like, you know, like all bitty and like cakey, and oh, I hate that word, but anyway, it's just nowhere near as good as this at all. It's quite expensive, I have to be honest, but I don't think that I could go with anything else now, and it's a bit like, I think you should look after your skin and use really good products for your skin, so I would definitely say to use this. So basically when I use this, because I know now where my oiliest parts are, and that's like either around my nose or on my forehead, and sometimes on my chin depending on how long I wear the makeup for. And then I also set my under eyes, and my eyelids get really oily. I don't know if that's just me, but my eyelids always get really oily, so I do that as well. So yeah, when I put it on, I bake basically. I pack it on with a beauty blender. It looks dirty, but it's actually not. It's actually really clean. I literally cleaned it yesterday. I just pack it on under the eyes and leave it, and then I basically do my eyebrows and everything else I can possibly do first, and then I don't wipe it off, get a brush. So I use this Sigma tapered face brush. It's number F25, and I just pat it under my eyes and then slowly start sweeping it away, because what you don't want to do is completely sweep it all away, because I've noticed when I first started doing it I would just go brush and then there would pretty much be nothing there. So you want to keep some of the powder on your face, so you want to just pat it in and then just slowly brush it away. I would say a drugstore brand as well, but if I don't believe in it or if I don't like the product, I'm not just gonna put it in the video for the sake of it. So yeah, this is definitely the best one by far that I know of anyway. Okay, so my last tip is actually a very simple one. It's got nothing to do with makeup, but it's to do with these. Try and not touch your face at all. Literally don't touch it, because everything you touch and then you're going to be touching your face, you're putting more oil onto your face, you're making your face more greasy, also more dirty, which then will lead to breakouts. I know it's really hard because you just want to touch your face. I don't know, it's just one of those things you just do naturally and you don't even know you're doing it. But if you can make a conscious effort to think, I need to stop touching my face, especially if you go places like London or into a city or on an airplane or public transport or something like that, you want to not touch your face basically. So okay guys, so that was just my video on how to not get oily skin basically with your makeup. I really do hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a massive thumbs up, comment down below, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time guys. Bye.